He said 20 hours in the past month, but yeah, it was cowardly not to watch a nuke. Chatter, you seem to be somewhat reasonable because you said, oh, cool, never mind then. Would you be shocked to find out if I were to tell you that every single thing that Ethan put in the context puke, I had addressed, I believe, like a month or so prior? Quick aside, he said he's ready to talk to Sam Cedar and do a call with you. No need to watch the context puke, but he thinks you're going to dodge him, Lamau. Wait, what? Why? Why would I dodge him? I've been saying I want to talk to him from the jump. What happened? How did he develop the balls to finally do it? Israel stopped aid, but still true? No, I know. I know that. I know that. Yeah, I believe it when I see it, dude. That'd be, I guess is here. It's finally here. He's run out of content. So he's willing to pull the trigger. There's an influx of chatter saying he wants to talk right now. I don't know if it's true. If you do talk to him, he has to never talk about you again. No, I don't even need to offer conditions like that. I'm sorry, I don't understand. I get that it sucks children are being prepared for war, but then try to peace, but peace is just over Ukraine for a few years of semi-peace. I don't know much about their past though. Hey, HasanAbi, just want to say I found you from the recent vid for Mr. iDubbbz and wanted to say I really appreciate the work you do, especially for advocating, highlighting the current being committed by Israel. I don't agree with some of your viewpoints, but I think the work you've done advocating for human rights is exemplary. Thank you. I try my best, chatter. Thank you for watching. I think if you, honest question, haven't been following you for long enough, why don't people talk about taking out Putin more? Isn't this his personal project? Wouldn't ending Putin bring the most peace? I mean, that's also a complicated equation because like Putin has calcified his power that in the after, like in a post-Putin universe, I don't know what happens to Russia. There's a lot of destabilization that would happen in the process. Are you beefing with Sam Cedar? No, I love Sam. What the f? But also, the reason why people don't talk about Putin is, first of all, they do talk about Putin. That's not true. This is a common trope. I'm sure even Russians, like Russian dissidents, probably also fantasize about the day that he will inevitably die. But I know this from my own personal experience growing up in Turkey. This is a common trope. Ethan wants to debate. How will you get out of this one, coward? Wait, what? I'm down. What the? I'm super down. Hello? Putin is popular in Russia? Yes, there is. Putin is also popular in Russia, but he's, there's plenty of dissidents. It's like saying Erdogan is popular in Turkey. Oh, cool. Never mind then. Wait, what? He wants to talk right now? Is there any worry that potentially the CIA would do false flag operations to keep the conflict going? I don't know. It seems like Donald Trump wants to pack it up and in a way that favors. React to Ethan's response, you coward. Watch Ethan's response to the content cop, you coward. Wait, what? Another person that suspiciously left or didn't say anything after October 7th and only came back recently to say, watch Ethan's response to the content cop, you coward. I've been saying I would entertain a conversation with him since the context puke. If he's down to do it right now, I'm down to do it right now. If he's actually down to do it right now, I'll do it. I don't think you should give him the time of day, but it'll be entertaining. Oh, 100%. Trust me, even though Putin is popular in Russia, there are a lot of people who quietly or not wish the thing to happen. Yeah, no, I know. I know that. You want to know why I know that? Because that's how it is in Turkey too. Erdogan has, throughout his career, experienced the 51 plus in his coalition. That means that there are a lot of people who are fans of him. And there are still a lot of people who are major fans of Erdogan. That doesn't mean that he doesn't have a decent amount of haters as well. No, it's a trap. He's got all of your ops on the line. Yeah, if he has Sam Cedar ready to debate you for him. Wait, what? That'd be awesome. I can't have the D-man bait and switch because I would get banned off Twitch if he did that, for the record. Like if he were to pull a Sam Cedar, oh my God, what a nightmare with Destiny. One, I think that would make his remaining audience look at him differently, considering that he, put Sex Pestiny up there. And secondly, I wouldn't be able to do that debate, at least as long as I'm live on Twitch, because I would get banned. Maybe you could do it with Boner Box though. That'd be funny. Did he actually think that I would dodge this? Like, why does he think I would dodge this? Of course I would. It was pretty cowardly, to be fair. Wait, what? What was pretty cowardly? I've been saying You said Ethan wants to debate. How will you get out of this one, coward? That's what I've been saying. His fan base is just like, they've lost their minds a little bit. Wasn't it your idea to have a debate instead of watching Context Puke? Yeah, exactly. Fan base is Delulu at the moment. Yeah, I'm so confused by this. This is a very confusing thing because, like, even on accident, you might have heard me saying, like, I'm down to talk anytime, any place, big dog. It's like when we watch Fox News and they're living in opposite world. Ethan just said you have talked about him for 320 hours before Ian's video, and he has only talked about you for an hour. Okay, I think you guys are baiting. There's 0% chance that that sounds so insane. That is literally the most delusional thing. He said 20 hours in the past month, but yeah, it was cowardly not to watch a nuke. Chatter, you seem to be somewhat reasonable because you said, oh, cool, never mind then. Would you be shocked to find out if I were to tell you that every single thing that Ethan put in the Context Puke, I had addressed, I believe, like a month or so prior? Like every single thing in a YouTube video with sitting at like 500,000 or 600,000 views at this point on my YouTube channel. Would that actually shock you? Because you think I've never addressed any of these things, right? And I understand why you think that if you have not actually come in here in the past couple of months to see if there's any veracity to these claims at all. It was cowardly for you not to watch a nuke and just debunk them on the spot. Just stop deflecting. See, this is what I mean. Because I said I would even watch the Context nuke with him. I don't know why Ethan's... So then it should be easy to react to it? Yeah, of course. It is super easy to react to it. If you think that I'm afraid of Ethan Klein's political prowess, you have to genuinely be delusional. At the time, it was right around the Trump inauguration, so I was a little bit busy with that stuff, obviously, with the collapse of America. But I said that I would be willing to entertain a debate, or... Even after he heard me say that, he turned around and added an additional qualifier that I had to watch the Context nuke, to which I responded with, I'll watch it with you. Now, you might be wondering why I said that. Does that seem like something a cowardly person who is afraid of addressing the Context Puke would say? Or do you think there's a reason for why I would watch it with him? The reason for why I would watch it with him is because I don't think he's behaving in good faith. Also, the harassment campaign was a bad look for you and your whole crowd. What harassment campaign? Ethan Klein has been doing a harassment campaign for months before I even uttered his name on my broadcast. I used to be a fan of streamers and Fear and I just think Ethan made good points and was disappointed to see you not address it, but I have addressed it. I have addressed it even before the nuke came out. You must ask yourself how I was able to address the things that he brought forward in his YouTube video months before the YouTube video came out. I don't think I'm entertaining this as though you're not behaving in bad faith with the hopes that you will understand. But I think you're just very, very, very invested. H3 has only been reacting, not been going on the offensive. That's also not true. He absolutely, for months, tried to actively deplatform me and other pro-Palestinian content creators. That is not correct. Respond to what I have to say. How was I able to put forth a YouTube video months before the Context nuke that addressed the entirety of the Context nuke and the issues being brought up in the Context nuke? How was I able to do that? Is it because I know how to see the future? Is that what you think happened? Or is it because the sourcing of the Context nuke was coming from a particular community that had already brought forward these issues with out-of-context clips? How was I able to pre-watch it? Can't argue with people this parasocial. They don't care about politics or the truth. This is Xbox versus PlayStation to them. Yeah. Why were you platforming and portraying them positively? Once again, if you would like the answers to these questions, I've answered them a million times over on numerous videos, but especially the video that I'm talking about here. I'm going to pull it for you. I'm going to help you out. Does any chatter have it ready to go on my YouTube page? I can't remember where it was. Hold on. God damn, I post a lot of YouTube videos. Holy shit. I'll help you with this, okay? These people don't care. They just want drama, man. Oh yeah, this is the one. No. Now this was on October 25th, 2024. October 25th, 2024, with 545,000 views. How was I able to address all of the grievances in the context puke. How was I able to do that before it ever came out? If you actually want to know what what my position is on any number of different things, if you are genuinely, if you're an honest person of common, if you're an honest person who actually wants to know, okay, if you're an honest person who actually wants to know my answers to all of the issues that were brought up in the context puke, here it is. I'm going to spam it again and again and again. I will admit I do try to bring it, but I'm more obsessed with truth and hate drama. Sure, I'll check out this video. Okay, there you go. What's the deal with the swastika sword? I saw clips of you saying you don't even like bleach, calling it the swastika one yourself. Yes, I purchased it at the Anime Expo. It is a cool fucking longsword. That's it. I read the manga, but that's, many, many years ago when I was reading Naruto as well. I never watched the Bleach anime, but none of that fucking matters. Do you think that I actually, purchased this on purpose because I knew that what's cool about swastikas? It's not a swastika, you fucking dingus. What are you talking about? It's not actually a swastika. This is such a stupid conversation. I'm not trying to be bad faith. I used to be a fan, so I feel like Ethan has been wrong the whole time. I'll go back to watching the pod. Brother, he's probably going over another slop vid that he put out smearing you, which is why all these guys are popping up. Move on. The only reason why I'm talking about it is because he said he wanted to fucking debate me, which I thought he actually did. And I'm totally down to do that. I will show you this. Apparently, here, I'm going to show you one thing, okay? This chatter. You have to know people would think it's a swastika, though. So why use that when jabbing at Ethan? What's cool about swastikas? Nothing is cool about swastikas. And people would think it's a swastika. Dude, no, only a desperate person would try to fucking imply that myself and iDubbbz are actually crypto Nazis. And that's the reason why he chose that. And not because it was there, because I had done a fucking ad for Assassin's Creed a week prior. So the sword was laying around. And in the ad, I fucking used the bleach sword, which if you actually cared about the truth, at all, you would recognize that it was literally on my fucking desk because I had previously used it while doing an Assassin's Creed ad. Do you think I was doing that? I was using the sword then because I was doing a crypto Nazi thing secretly as well at that point? Or because it was just a readily available sword? Here, I don't even know who this fucking guy is, but he showed up on my timeline. Yeah. This was a post I saw on my fucking timeline. Just wondering if this was a dog whistle too. Playing Assassin's Creed Shadows once more. Get it now for gaming. Hashtag ad. Buy it here. Oh, look at that. It's the same sword. Any of these people calling for a boycott of Bleach because of Nazi ties? Nah, they just all about you. Is getting you to play defense not the point of them saying this wild shit? No, that's what it is. But I mean, the stupidity is so fucking ridiculous that it's like, it's not something that I thought was worth even addressing. It is literally the bleach sword. That's it. The hilt of it is a manji. It's not a fucking swastika. It's not even a full-blown manji either. It's like a hilt. As a former deorbiter who dislikes E, lol. Oh, he's not said he wants to debate. He's literally dissecting the bleach sword, claiming it's a swastika right now. So yeah, I know. Yes, it's Ichigo's sword. Anyway. I can't believe I've even took a sidestep here to address this. It's such a fucking dumb claim. The argument works on Pepega chatters because when Ethan says you never watched the anime, he's insinuating you saw a swastika and uncontrollably rushed to purchase it. And he never mentions you read the manga because it kills his whole insinuation. He also doesn't mention that I've used this before as a prop, including on a fucking ad. Including on a fucking ad. Like, why would I do that? Why would I do that if I was like secretly going, ooh, it's a swastika? That makes no fucking sense. It's because the argument is idiotic. It's the argument of a desperate man. Okay? Anyway, watch the video and then come back to me. And I think if you are actually a good faith chatter, you will understand that a lot of this stuff is whole cloth made up by Ethan. And it's just, you're entertaining the mania of a person who's fucking falling apart in real time that virtually everyone else online can recognize and see, but your fandom is causing you to turn a blind eye to the unhealthy habits of a increasingly unwell dude. The very fact that all of the people that Ethan has at a certain point duked it out with, from Quarter Pounder to Keemstar to all these fucking evil villains, like to actually bad people online. The very fact that all of those guys are now on his side should have at least caused you to go, you know, maybe we're not on the right side of this. But no. So if you can't see that, I don't think you'll be able to get yourself out of this weird stupor you found yourself in. Ethan Klein became the lolcow that he used to make fun of. And he did it on his own. I didn't even fucking push him to become this person. I tried to urge him away from becoming this person. Dangerous levels of narcissism. Yes, I do have salt shakers on the desk. Chatters were lying, by the way. He said he didn't want to talk right now. He said he'll talk to Sam first, and then with you without conditions. He caved. Date hasn't been set. I assume he'd coordinated with you. Oh my God. I'm feeling like Xi Jinping right now.